Okay, good morning. Good morning. How we all doing? Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Let's jump into it. VIX spiked up overnight to 27. Still very, very volatile in the market. We've moved down in the pre-market about 40 points. That will leave us a nice little gap fill to the upside. And so we also have the gap fill from yesterday. So it's going to gap down into the gap fill from yesterday. And so we'll kind of figure out the best way to play that here in just a minute as we get closer to market open. What I'm going to do, though, right now is I'm just going to mark off the pre-market high and the pre-market low. Looks like we have the pre-market low at 65.80. The pre-market high here at 66.54. And then I'm just going to go back here really quick. If you look at the SPX chart, we did dip into the gap fill yesterday, but obviously lots of room still to cover. We will dip probably just below into this gap fill here, so we'll kind of see if it continues down or if we move up from there. So that'll really be what will determine the trades that we take there. Let's pop over to Apple real quick. Daily chart. Oh, we did get a gap on Apple overnight. I love a good gap. Gap fill on Apple is from 249 to 250. It's only about $1 gap. It's nothing crazy, actually. You know what? I'm not going to mark it because it's not that good. But I'm going to do the same. I'm going to mark out the pre-market low, pre-market high on Apple here. So pre-market low is going to be here at the 249 just before the gap there. Okay. Pre-market high is going to be here. 252. So pre-market high and low marked out on Apple there. AMD. I don't really want to trade AMD today, to be honest. Give me just a sec. Okay. Amazon had another gap as well. 207 to 209. Not a bad gap. I'm going to mark that one out. Okay, Amazon gap marked out. I'm also going to mark the pre-market high and low on Amazon. Pre-market low is going to be down here halfway through the gap fill. Pre-market high is going to be up here, 210. Putting Amazon on the watch list for today. Google, let's see if we got a gap yesterday as well. No. Hourly chart. Pre-market low is going to be here. Going to pop that on the chart. Pre-market high is going to be here, top of this candle. I like how close Google is to its pre-market high and low too. It's actually a good setup. Meta, no gap. Going to leave off that. Microsoft, no gap. Going to stay off that today. NVDA, no gap. But let's take a look at the hour chart. NVIDIA's in a really tight range here. I like the breakout on NVIDIA should we get that at some point. So I'm going to put NVIDIA on the table for today. pre-market high and low. Both happened early in the market and then just kind of ranging here. That seems to be the case with most of the stocks that we're seeing this morning. Palantir pushing up. Palantir's just a weird one to trade right now because of all the war news. It's been like volatile, up, down, up, down, up, down. It did break this trend line to the upside, and it's kind of popped off of that by a few dollars. So I just like Palantir overall, but I just don't love to day trade it right now in the current scenario. And we have Tesla here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. No, I don't love it. But we do have the gap fill on Tesla, so I've got the alert set for that. And then we had a nice little gap fill. I think it was on Amazon as well. And I did not set an alert, so let me do that now. I'm going to set an alert here for this. No, that's not where I need the alert. I need the alert here. There's my alert for Amazon right on the dot. Okay. So I think the ones I'm going to watch the closest today are going to be Apple and NVDA. But I will also be watching SPX as usual and Amazon. So that's really what's on the docket for today. Those will be our main watches. And I think we could have an interesting day. Let's take a look at the news really quick while we are sitting here. Bear with me just a moment, please. Okay, so looking at news, we have U.S. productivity came in at 8:30 Eastern. That would be 7:30 on my charts here. We dropped off in the market since that came out. It actually was right at the median forecast. 15 minutes into market open, we have PMI. So probably not going to take a trade in the first 15 minutes. But I will keep an eye on that. It's likely that we take a trade, after that. As I mentioned, we still have the gap fill here to the downside on SPX. We're going to have another gap fill back to the upside. We're down 46 points. So I think it's going to be about mid to the top of the gap fill here where it's going to open up. I won't play it until it gets above this gap fill and retests, and then I will play it for the rest of the fill, which will be about 20 points. To the downside, probably want to see a 65.40 break and then a pop back up to the upside. That's what I'll be looking for on that. Other than that, pretty clean day. Nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy. We look like, I don't know what's going to happen today. So yesterday we had news that they were suspending or they were in talks, good talks with Iran. And don't quote me exactly on this, but Trump had said that there was some sort of suspension of some sort of types of attacks for the next 5 days. I thought it was on like petroleum facilities or something like that in Iran. What I can tell you, though, is there's still been tons of missiles thrown back and forth overnight. So, yeah, it's hard to believe that this is going to end in the next 5 days with all that going on. I'm trying to believe what's said, but at the same time, I'm also looking at what's happening, and I'm going, yeah, okay, why are we still, like, bombing the crap out of each other? Now, maybe Iran's just, trying to make their last push or something. Who knows? I'm not a war expert. I don't claim to be. But it all seems very odd to me. I'll just say that. That all of it just seems a little odd to me. It seems like Trump is saying things that probably aren't entirely true. And so I'm not super optimistic that we're going to hold this jump that we made yesterday. That's why I think we could go down and fill the rest of this gap to the downside today. I think that's probably the strongest play, in my opinion. And so that's kind of how I'm going to watch it and play it. But then again, you never know. So, I'm, trying to remain optimistic. I still have VIX puts that I bought. They don't expire till mid-April. I bought those maybe a few weeks ago after the war started, just to kind of hedge my portfolio. My portfolio is enough hedged by it. Maybe not the best way to hedge a portfolio, but I just, in the moment, felt like the right thing to do because I thought we could go to a 50 on the VIX, to be honest with you. But that doesn't appear to be the case. Yesterday, I was really worried that we had entered the bull market. Let me show you the ES chart here really quick if I can. My last key level that I had on ES was right down here. So it did break that down through the 6,500, down to 64, whatever that is. Why do I have a second? Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. So it did break that down to here to, basically 64.75. That is the new bear market level, excuse me. We are below the 200 EMA on the daily chart after that. So, and we still are below there right now. So that's what leads me to believe we may just continue into this bear market unless the news of the war saves us out of it. I don't think we go into recession if we get out of the war. I think they figure out interest rates enough where we're going to be fine, but it is definitely a danger, and it is something we need to be mindful of because it's certainly within the realm of possibility. So yeah, that is where we are at. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. Apple, Amazon, NVDA, all on the docket today, along with SPX and ES levels. Contract's still kind of expensive on SPX and ES. I probably will not trade SPX until it gets back below 20 on the VIX. Until then, I will continue to trade SPY in lieu of SPX, and that will be my trading zone right there. So that's where we are today. That's how we're looking. And yeah, I'm excited to get this started. I'm excited to finish this month strong. It's been a bit of a weird month. It was up really big early in the month. Lost a little bit as we've brought it home here. But, still a positive month for us, which is good. That's what we want to see. And so I think we'll continue to do well there. Yeah. I should be back on Twitch very, very soon. So that's also promising. Excuse me. We got market open here in exactly 2 minutes. And then all the action begins. Oh man, I am sore today, I'm not gonna lie. Not not gonna lie, I am sore today. Okay, 1 minute, 20 seconds till we get this gap fill rolling. I feel like today's going to be a really good day. I feel like today's going to be a really, really good day. I am very optimistic that we're going to have a strong morning. So I'm excited to see that come into fruition. Uh, 15 seconds. Do the countdown with me. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're open, baby. Let's go. Okay, here's where that gap ended up. Just about where we expected. Right, like I said, just right above that 65.40 level. It's going to be tough to catch this, but I do like it to the downside. I'm going to probably just watch it below the 65.80, the pre-market low on ES for a play. But I need to hopefully get out of the first 5 minutes of this market. Otherwise, it becomes a much less desirable play. Very tough to make money in that. Little wiki right off the bat. Please excuse me. I've got a giant mosquito in here. Oh, yeah. I have a giant mosquito in here. No more. Damn, that thing was big. Oh, you got me. Yeah, hell yeah. You got me. That's funny. I'm going to turn that into a short. We're going to have fun with that one. I watch myself, by the way, if that's why. I just like to make sure the stream looks good for you guys. So I didn't realize that I forgot I got the Mac camera. It's going to move with me, whatever I do. Okay, NASDAQ pushing up here. ES following it. NASDAQ a bit more bullish right now than ES is. ES looking to crack the 6,600 level. NASDAQ cracked the 24,300 level. Remember, we do have news. We do have news in 13 minutes, and so that may impact our ability here to take a trade early. So we're just going to kind of feel it out as it goes. If it looks like we're getting a lot of sell pressure and a lot of momentum to carry us through these levels and we think we can get through them before then great, we'll do it. If not, we'll wait for the news. I'm just not so confident that the move is going to be that good before news. So really holding out for that right now at this point. Did Amazon? I don't even understand what happened here. I marked that gap fill out, but it's filled. I'm going to ignore that. Forget about that gap fill on Amazon. Let me check on NVDA real quick as well. NVIDIA is just sitting right in this range. That's cool. As is Apple. Okay. Amazon's probably off the docket. We're just going to look at NVIDIA and Apple today, it looks like. Eckhart Tolle launches Eckhart Tolle now. Live teaching. And the only official Eckhart AI. Who the hell cares? I like the guy. He wrote a great book, but who the hell cares? Weird ass news this morning. I don't understand it. Out of sync here on these candles. NASDAQ pushing down, ES pushing up. ES is very close to getting into that gap fill. It's not in there just yet, but it is getting very close. I may have just expanded that across your screen, but I think it's going to look better now. Let's see. Let me look. No. Oh, yeah. Messed that up. There we go. Okay. I think that's the best setup I can get. ES still pushing. NASDAQ back green on this candle after being out of sync last candle. SPX just into the gap fill here. I need to get it at least above 65.60. The only thing I don't love is where we stopped yesterday from the gap fill. There's going to be an area of resistance. That is going to be at 65.65. So if we get to 65.65, there is a little bit of an area of resistance. So it's a little bit tough to take this above 65.60. Probably have to wait till we get above 65.65 and above VWAP here at 66.13 on ES. That will be the play for the rest of the gap fill to the upside. If that happens. As of right now, we ain't taking crap before the news comes in. They're out of sync. It doesn't look great. A lot of sell pressure just came in. Pushed ES back below the 6,600 level. VIX spiked on that. And we're back out of the gap fill for now. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. PMI news coming here in 10. Also known as TMI news. I don't really like NASDAQ and ES right now. They're not really synced up really well. Yes, technically they've moved the same direction in the last two candles, but if you look at just how they're moving, it's not really in unison at all. Which is funny because NASDAQ looked more bullish at first, but now it looks to be more bearish. Joe, good morning, sir. Thanks for joining. Kind of just holding out here probably till news in 9 minutes. I do like the gap fill, the continuation of the gap fill from yesterday below low of day here. 65, what is that, 38-ish? But going to be hard-pressed to take that before news comes out, in my opinion. Weird. Apple's pushing through all of this. Apple, Tesla, AMD all up today. Apple barely. Netflix up as well today. Microsoft, Amazon, Palantir, largest ones down, but Palantir also moved up so much yesterday. Oh, wow. Apple made a nice little push there. What was that? Oh, what was that? My sweatshirt rubbing. Just realized I'm drinking out of an Amazon mug. No free advertisement. I'm turning it around. ES and NQ a little bit more in sync on this candle. But we'll have to see how it reacts over the next couple of candles. We've got time. We've got 7 minutes till news. At this point, almost assuredly not going to take a trade before news. And if we do take a trade, it's going to be quick. But no, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, unfortunately. Oh, that's sick. They have Bookmap now on Thinkorswim. That's interesting. I'm going to check that out later. I just saw that and I was like, what the heck? Okay, a little bit better in sync now, NASDAQ and ES, the last two candles. Still not great, though. We need to see more. I compare the 5 minutes on QQQ to SPX, and they look very different right now. So that's not good. But I like that we're staying in this kind of tight range. Means if we get the breakout on news, we could be in a really good spot. NASDAQ's going for a low of day here and possibly a break of the 24,200 level. ES not quite at its low of day. NASDAQ did break its low of day, did not break the 24,200 just yet. SPX also going towards its low of day as ES approaches a little bit closer. We've got 5 minutes till news. We are not taking a trade now. Officially, I can say that until after news. NASDAQ did break its 24,200. There it goes. Right through its pre-market low and its low of day. ES's pre-market low sits at 65.80. I do also have a key level here at 65.84 that it got rejected from already once. SPX with one more leg down will move through its low of day here. There it goes. It's through its low of day now. We've got about 25 points left on the gap fill on SPX to the downside. Please don't fill before the news comes out. Oh, excuse me. My body woke up real tight this morning. There it goes. ES through its low of day. Damn, this is the perfect entry. I just can't take it. I can't justify it 3 minutes before news. VIX is spiking hard now as well. Gap is being filled. About another 20 points or so left in the gap fill. Damn, it looks so good right now. I just can't take it prior to news like this. Okay, here's the retest. That's nice. Maybe we'll get the retest on the news here and then see where we go. Nice, dude. Very, very nice. Great play. Great play. Here's the retest, 65.80 pre-market high, pre-market low, excuse me, on ES is retesting now. Retesting now my 65.84 level. Big retest here. NASDAQ's looking to go back for the 24,200. I don't think it'll get through, but we'll see. Damn, this is like a perfect entry, too, here for the continuation down. But obviously not going to touch it ahead of news here. Too much can happen. Big, big wick there on QQQ if you look. Lined up kind of good on the 2-minute chart where it doesn't look like a wick. Excuse me, on the 5-minute chart it looks like a big wick. I hear the ladies like the big wicks. I like the big wicks, too. Somebody's going to snip that and incriminate me for that one. Just staying patient here. We got a minute and a half till the news comes out. PMI. TMI. PMI. There goes the move back down. At least it appears so to me. If we get back through this low of day, I'm going to take an entry here. Post news. 1 minute until news comes out. 1 minute. $45 seconds. Come on. Let's see what we get here. Let's get some plays. Yeah. News, 18 seconds. Let's see if ES goes back through this low of day here with the news coming out. Boom, there's the news. Okay, gonna wait for a good retest or a continuation through low of day with volume. We're seeing a bounce, though, off the news as of now. But that could be short-lived. You never know. First 30 seconds, minute after news, it can be a little bit volatile before it really finds direction. That's not unusual. That's pretty typical. No direction just yet, really. Level to the upside will be above high of day. To the downside, low of day, really. It's wicked a bit too much to the upside here for me to justify. Maybe, actually. No, it's just not worth it. I was going to say, you could enter right here for puts, and just have a really tight stop loss, but the stop loss will have to be so tight it's not even worth it. You'd have to be perfect on that trade. Right here is where there is a level of resistance, though, the 65.90 here on ES. So if it doesn't get through that, it should move back down. That's why I'm saying you could, in theory, take an entry here, but boom, there you go, you're closed out. You would have taken a small loss practically, but you would have closed out right away. You didn't even have any room for that trade to do anything for you. So that's why I didn't bother entering it. Okay, we're back below the 65.90 level here. Now, what we might be able to take is a second play through the pre-market low 65.80. But volume's dropped off a little bit. It looks a little weak. So I may just avoid that altogether for right now. Damn, I was very confident we were going to be able to catch a good trade today. And I still think it could come. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I'm still hanging out. I still think we're going to get a trade, but I was hoping it would happen a bit quicker than this. I thought it was going to be a quick day, to be honest. It felt like we were setting up for a quick day, but apparently not true. Okay, here we go. Back. There you go. A lot of volume here. I'm going to enter puts. I'm in puts here. That's the pre-market low break. That's why. Got a little bit of a tight stop loss here. 65.85 on ES. Not going to go higher than that. Should push down here with a little bit of volume. We just need a little bit of sell pressure to come in, and we should get a push right back through the low of day. NASDAQ's pushing down nicely as well. There it goes. Let's see if we get a push into 65.75. I'm going to scale out at that point if we do. Here goes some volume. Come on, baby. Let's go. Get in there. Get in there. Come on. Scaling out a little bit here. I'm going to scale out a little more at 68.75. Yep. Not quite. Let's see if we get back through the 65.75 here. Bit of a jump back. That's really nice. That's, yeah, we love that. Great. Damn, man, it'd be hard out here. It'd be hard as shit out here. Let's get the push back through the 65.75 here. Come on. Let's go through low of day. Through low of day, please. Through low of day. Where's my volume? Give me my volume. Give me the volume. Push, 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 push. Annoying. I know you want to. I know you want to. So just do it. I know you want to. Just do it. By the way, I don't know what's going on. My P&L's not active on the screen. Hold on. I'm going to try to fix it here in a sec, but I am also mid-trade, so I apologize. I think I got it. There you go. Okay, I got part of it fixed. For now, that's going to have to do.
Order partially filled.
Off a little more here.
Order filled.
As it matched the low of day, so it's a possible bounce point there. I really want it to stay below the 65.80. I'm still going to hold my stop loss a little bit above that, but I really, 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 really want it to stay below the 65.80. Please stay below 65.80. Stay. I feel like I'm talking to my dog. Stay. Fuck. Damn it.
Order partially filled. Order filled. Order filled.
I'm closing out of this. Fuck this. Why can't we get a nice fucking clean move for once? Jesus, dude. Can't get one fucking clean move. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm a horrible trader. You shouldn't watch me. You should just sign off of the stream right now. I can't get a fucking clean move all February. Like, fuck, man. volume's there, levels there, nothing. That's just stupid. It's fucking just sitting below this level. It's gonna be fine. I don't know. Fuck this thing. Yeah, here it goes. I don't know, I'm just a douche right now. I can't fucking trade for shit. Boo. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Ugh. I'm like frustrated with these moves. I just don't understand. It's gonna break through and make a big move down. I know it. Oh, you know what? I gotta do something real quick anyway. Let us see. Thursday at 3, Friday at 2. Oh, this is annoying. Wow, what a pump. I mean, I'm glad I got out of it when I did, to be honest, but fuck. Just kind of fucked, to be honest. Let's see if the 10 a.m. hour here brings in any volume. Let us see. All right. I think I'm going to hop off stream. I don't see myself taking another trade today.